Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A big warm welcome if you're new, and of course if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, a big thank you and thumbs up for all your support so far. All your love and appreciation really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for doing that. So today I'm really excited. We're going to be doing the June 2023 predictions, and we've got our 3 piles here. So pile number 1 is the Frog Spirit, which is, I think it's card number 28. That's a frog spirit with the beautiful, it's called a turritilla or a turritilla agate. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It's one of those two, I think. It's a really lovely little stone there. And also pile number 2, which is the Armadillo spirit. And that is card number 3. And that's with the gorgeous little red jasper here. And then pile number 3, which is the Grasshopper spirit. And that is card number 30 with a lovely little yellow bead. So those are our 3 groups. Take a moment, use your intuition to guide you to go for the group that's right for you. There might be more than one pile. It might have messages in more than one pile for you. Feel free to just pass by anything that doesn't resonate with your situation. That's absolutely fine. And I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome back to your pick a card reading today, which is your June 2023 predictions. And you chose to come into the reading under the Frog Spirit, which is card number 28, and it says clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter. Okay. Then we've also got some other oracle cards. I'm just going to get those out first of all. Oh, I'm sorry, the little turritilla agate here. Beautiful little stone, this actually, really lovely. I'm going to leave that there. And you've got card number 10, which is Journey. Okay. And then we've got Amplify Your Positive Emotions. Card number 7. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles in the Aura Soma Inspiration deck. This relates to the Ace of Pentacles. Right. So let's just have a look at these to get a gem. I feel like this, frogs are, they can symbolise a lot of things, but they are very, and also when it says clear out the clutter, I feel like this month might be a time for you to sort of rejuvenate and release certain things and clear out anything that doesn't serve you anymore. So I really see you doing that this month. I see you, there also might be, because frogs do symbolise, abundance, because they, they breed very, very quickly. So there might be a lot of abundance coming in for you for this month as well. Green as well. You've got quite a lot of green in here, and green can often symbolise abundance, growth, and prosperity. So it feels like that. Both of these cards are green. Got quite a lot of green in the reading. I feel like you're clearing out, it's very much a month of clearing out the old, getting rid of anything that doesn't serve you. It might involve some sort of, you literally might be going on some kind of journey or moving or travelling in some way in this month. You've also, interestingly, got 2 10s. So 28 cancels down to 10, and you've got the card number 10. And 10s is about endings of a cycle. So some of that clearing of the clutter, of rejuvenating, releasing, could be about ending something for new beginnings, because you have also got the Ace of Pentacles. Well, Aces is all about new beginnings. It could be a tangible new beginning. So it might be in the kind of work, sphere of work, that kind of thing, where you could be having new beginnings, or the seeds of, it could be also a very kind of abundant time for you in terms of thinking about new ideas, having new ideas specifically within the world of work and business, because Pentacles tends to be around work, business, anything that is tangible, really. So I feel like you might be having a seed of an idea for something, or beginning something, or starting something. It could be that you're ending something and you're starting something new. That is what I'm feeling here. You might be dipping your toe. You might be dipping your toe into something. You might be experimenting a little bit, having different ideas. Or this little girl is paddling here, or this little fairy is paddling. And I feel like she's just beginning that. She's just dipping her toe in. She's just seeing what it feels like. But it's got like a little ripple effect. So I feel like this month you might be having ideas, or the beginnings of something, or the seed of something that will have a ripple effect later on. And that could be within the world of work. But I also do see movement here, so it could be travel or you literally moving, because all this, this person on this platform has all their cases. They're ready to up and move and go. And it goes with the clearing it out of the clutter. So you could actually be clearing out a lot of stuff, literally stuff in your house or in your space that you no longer need. It could be moving it out, moving it on, giving it away, maybe something like that. So it's quite a positive month for you here, or a very positive month for you here. And it's about, I think it's also about, with the amplify your positive emotions, it's also about beginning to think positively this month, beginning to maybe do some self-care routines, something like that, where you increase your vibration and you feel better about yourself, because maybe you're following a healthy diet or maybe you're doing more exercise, maybe you're starting a meditation routine or something like that, where it allows you to feel more positive. So I think this month is definitely about getting rid of anything that might have been bringing you down, any clutter, any toxicity, anything like that, and just clearing that out for you to feel more positive, for you to feel more abundant, for you to feel cleansed and rejuvenated. And part of that might be about, going away, going on holiday, getting rid of, or just decluttering the house, getting rid of things, moving from your environment, but also starting something, specifically around maybe work, business, or having an idea of something new that could have a ripple effect for you later down the track. So that's just a sort of general idea of what I see in the month. And like I say, 10s is about the endings of cycles, but 10s always lead to 1s, which is new beginnings. So I feel like it's a month of endings and new beginnings for you. You might be in that sort of transition period. And it's interesting because the frog itself is often, an animal that is in water and on land. So for this month, you might kind of be in a sort of a bit of a transition period. That might be why you have the journey, where you're getting rid of all this kind of stuff, or these emotions, or this situation that no longer serves you, and you're moving into something much more prosperous and abundant and fulfilling for you. So that is the general energy that I'm getting for June. But let's draw some cards on. Let's now look at love and relationships. So, what is coming in for pile number 1? Big thank you if you have given me a thumbs up, you've subscribed, you've commented. Really, really appreciate that. And if you feel like you do want to subscribe to the channel, or you like the reading, then please do consider doing that. So let's see what is coming up for pile number 1 around sort of love, relationships. What is coming up for them in June 2023? I feel like no. Oh, 10 of Cups. It's looking good. What is coming up for pile number 3 in love and relationships? Oh, it's looking good, pile number 1. And we'll have one more. Ace of Pentacles again. Okay. And what's the bottom of the deck for there? 3 of Pentacles. So I definitely feel around love and relationships, it's going to be a really, really happy time for you. A very balanced time. A very settled time. You've got the 10 of Cups, so that is an excess of emotional fulfillment. So I feel like during this month, emotionally, in all your relationships, romantic and just generally friends, it's going to be a very, very happy time. You might be spending a lot of time with family. You might be, gathering, meeting, going out, having a lot of socialising. But it's a very, very harmonious time. It's a very happy time. I mean, the Temperance card is all about balance and happiness. So I feel like it's a very happy, balanced time for you. Relationships are looking really, really good. Ace of Pentacles, I mean, there might be something, because you've also got the 3 of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like relationships in work might be better too, because these cards, Pentacles, are generally about work and finance and stability. They can also go with family life. So I feel like if you're in a family, or if you're in a relationship and you have children, it's all going to be really, really good, very, 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 very positive. But I feel like in work as well, with the Ace of Pentacles here, I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is about a tangible new beginning. We've also got the 3 of Pentacles as the overarching energy, which does talk about collaboration. So maybe this month is a time, and it goes with the Temperance, where you're really getting on with people, you're really communicating well with people, you're really, people are listening to you, you're feeling supported, you're feeling like You're getting on with people, especially in the workplace. So I would say if, for those of you that are working, and maybe if you're working for yourself, you're collaborating more this month, and your relationships, your working relationships are really moving to the next level, if you like, in terms of just being able to work really well together. Maybe it's also a great card for teamwork. So if you're in a role where you're working in a team or with others, you're really kind of getting on with them, and you might be being seen as a bit of an expert in your field, because that can also be the Three of Pentacles. So in terms of work relationships, and also just relationships in general, whether it be romantic, whether it be platonic, whether it be work, though you might actually be beginning a new relationship. So you might be beginning new relationships. Maybe you're going into a different job, or you're going into, there's a branch out in the role that you're already in, and it's a new beginning for you in some way. And maybe you've been a bit worried about that, but you don't need to be, because I think that will be a really good move for you. And in terms of how you get on with others and how you work with others, it's a brand new beginning. It's tangible, it's reliable, it's dependable, it's trustworthy. So you've got, you can trust the people that you're working with, and it's going to be very, very harmonious. There's a lot of emphasis on teamwork, but also maybe that idea of, if you are starting up on your own, or if you've got a new business with the Ace of Pentacles here, you're able to collaborate and work with others. Because although people do work on their own, often in most businesses you still need to collaborate to get the best for your business. So I feel like this is something that can be done this month. So that's what you've got for relationships. Okay, I mean, obviously with Ten of Cups I do see Pisces energy there. Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Ace of Pentacles could be Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus energy. Okay, so let's see what we've got in terms of, so that's relationships. The relationships are looking really good. The month generally is looking really good. Let's see what we've got for work and career. So please can you tell me what is going to be happening for work and career with pile number one? What's going to be happening with work and career with pile number one? Oh, Two of Cups. What did I say? Really good relationships in work. What's going to be happening with work and career for pile number one? Oh, that one wants to come out. The King of Swords, taking charge. Queen of Wands. Okay, and the overarching energy. Six of Pentacles, yeah, I mean, I think work is also looking great. I mean, the Six of Pentacles, which is the overarching energy, I feel like, it goes with the frog spirit. I feel like things are going to be really prosperous for you this month. I mean, the Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity. It's about giving and taking, but it is actually a card of generosity. So you might be hoping, if you're hoping to get that rise, or if you're hoping to make more income, or if you're hoping to be recognised. I feel like you're really being, this month in your work, recognised for what you do. I mean, if you can see this little, this person is giving this little boy or girl a pentacle, and they've got lots of pentacles here, and there's lots of pentacles that this person can give. So I feel like you're being recognised in the workplace, and you're being recognised financially for what you do. You might actually, for some of you, if you're not working, it may be that you're actually going to get a job this month. You're going to be successful in getting a job this month. You are being seen in a financial way. So definitely with financial rewards here. You recognised, praised for your work, Whereas maybe before, because it's in a sort of set in a winter scene, I mean, maybe before it was a bit cold, it was a bit dark, you weren't really getting what you thought you should have been getting. I think this month there's going to be a breakthrough, and you're actually going to be given. You might even be getting a rise or some sort of pay deal or something like that, where you are recognised financially. Now, the Two of Cups, I mean, in terms of work and career, like, I feel like you're really getting on well in the working world. You might actually be working just with one other person, and you're really getting on well together. You're really the union is really friendly. It's really reciprocated. It's a lot of give and take, and that also goes with the generosity card here, the Six of Pentacles, because that is a card of giving and receiving. So I feel like you feel like the workplace is balanced, that you're being treated fairly, and that you're being given fair rewards for what you're doing, and that you are liked, that you are really liked in the workplace. People really like you, and you get on well with others. Now, the King of Swords tells me that it could be in the working world that you are somebody who's really well respected. I mean, the King of Swords is a very well respected person. You might be taking on, or you might be in a position of authority this month if you haven't been before, or a leadership role in some way. Maybe there's something around you doing more leadership, more work. It could be that you're working for yourself as well, because we've got the Queen of Wands and we've got the King of Swords, where you are really the master of what you do. And you've got a lot of great ideas. You're going to have a lot of great ideas this month for work, because Swords is all about ideas and communication. So I see you communicating really well in the world of work, and also having some great ideas and people really respecting you for that. But you've got a huge amount of drive, enthusiasm and passion for your work as well this month with the Queen of Wands. You are seen. I feel like this is a month for you, certainly in work, where you are being seen and recognised and valued for the work that you do, that you bring a lot of fire, passion, enthusiasm and motivation for your work, but that you are also somebody who has very clear ideas, is very honest, very truthful, reliable, dependable, somebody who, these two cards together, which is fire and air, you've got a lot of good qualities there to lead and to manage. I feel like you might be a bit of a leader or a manager, pile number one, or certainly this month you are recognising the potential for that for yourself. And and there are opportunities. I feel like there might be opportunities coming in for you to take on a role of greater responsibility, where you will be rewarded for your efforts, definitely. Okay, so in terms of, Two of Cups is Cancer energy. King of Swords could be any of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. Queen of Wands could be any of the fire signs of Sagittarius and Aries, and Leo. Okay, so let's get, so we've had a little look at relationships, had a look at what's going on in work and career. I mean, it's looking like a great month for you, pile number one, I have to say. Let's see if, are there any challenges for you this month? So what might be what's the challenge? What challenges might there be for pile number one this month in June 2023? What are the challenges, please? Nine of Wands. One more, I think. The Seven of Cups. Okay. So I think the challenges for you might be that, with the Seven of Cups, that's kind of like being a little bit unclear or unsure. So maybe, I think it's like what I was saying before, maybe you've got you're going through that transition period this month, and you might be kind of going backwards and forwards a bit. So maybe all these new changes, these kind of new, clearing out the clutter, starting on a new journey, beginning new things. Maybe it's kind of giving you, maybe you're feeling, you're having a few wobbles during the month, because you're a little bit unsure. Maybe there are just too many options for you this month, and that might be a bit of a challenge for you. And the Nine of Wands is somebody who is somebody who feels like they're a little bit defensive. So what I feel is that with everything that's, because your month is so positive, but I think it's sort of maybe a change from how it was before. And it could be a little bit of a transition month, where you're moving from one part of your life which wasn't that great to something that's going to give you lots of positive changes. Sometimes it can kind of unsettle us, it can unnerve us a little bit, and we feel a little bit frightened or a bit fearful. So I think those might be the challenges for you. But I mean, don't forget, I think as well with the Seven of Cups, and I think you also had 7 in here. I think there was also advice that during those kind of like periods of feeling a little bit wobbly or a little bit fearful or a bit unclear, you know, a little bit defensive, to always check in with your spiritual team, to always check in with your intuition. You know, when it gets a bit much, to check in with your intuition, to, even if you have like a little meditation practice or something that you do where it just stills your mind, it calms your mind. And I think you're being asked to just check in with that, and then you will feel better and move forward, as you should be doing in this month, pile number 1, because this is a fantastic month for you. But I think it's got a lot going on in terms, definitely in terms of work and career, and also maybe on, you know, moving or having a journey or going away in some way. There's a lot of action in it, so it might just be a time where the challenges are for you that it's all a kind of bit much really, and maybe you just need to calm down, listen to your intuition, just, you know, bring it down a notch, have that moment to just touch base with yourself or what's important to yourself, and you will feel calmer, and then you'll be able to move forward again. So those are the challenges. Now, what might you not see coming? Let's see what is the thing that pile number 1 doesn't see coming. Oh my goodness, wow. So what does that tell us? So those cards flew out. I'm going to have to just stop the reading and come back to you for a moment, pile number 1. Just bear with me. Okay, pile number 1, I just had to pick up the card. So I definitely feel there is something, definitely a surprise coming, because that was a surprise for me. Definitely something unexpected coming for you. It might be coming very, very quickly. There might be it might be really, really speedy in the way it comes to you. So what is the unexpected thing that pile number 1, you know, it doesn't see coming? What is it? 8 of Swords. Okay, what else don't they see coming? And the 3 of Swords. So maybe there is something coming for you where you are, do you know what I think it is? I think it is because you've got your clear out the clutter. So I think, you know, because your cards are really, really, really positive. So I think this month is a really, really positive time for you. But I think that there is something around you feeling, I feel like you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it all. I feel like you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it all. And maybe there are old habits of feeling stuck, of feeling, maybe you've gone through a heartbreak or some difficult situation, or you felt stuck, or not sure how to move forward. Maybe that has been a pattern for you for a long time. And I feel like with all this positive energy for you for June, what you don't see coming is maybe you kind of like holding on to that a little bit and maybe struggling to kind of move, as I said, in that transition phase from one period of your life, which might have been quite hard and quite difficult, into a much brighter period. So maybe all these fantastic opportunities that I see coming in for you for work, all this happiness that's going to be coming to you in terms of relationships, is something maybe that you're not kind of used to, or that you're not, you know, that you've been so long without that you're sort of questioning it. You think, oh, this could never happen to me. So you might be going through some doubts, some fears, some self-sabotage, some limiting beliefs, that kind of thing. That's what I think is happening here. That you maybe don't see coming, and maybe there's a few barriers to that for you. There's a few, you know, you might have a few wobbles or a few difficult days. I think that's why you've got the Nine of Wands here, where you sort of think the Nine of Wands is like a defensive energy, where you're thinking, you know, this is never going to happen to me. I'm not going to, you know, I can't do this. All these good things can't happen to me. You know, my life is usually really difficult, and I've been through a lot of difficult times. So when we have that kind of pattern, when good things come along, sometimes we can't recognise them, or we can't see them, or we can't appreciate them, or we get a little bit scared, and we go back, funnily enough, to keeping ourselves stuck. But I think, you know, you will overcome that because you have all these positive cards. But it just might be a few days in June where there is some feeling of being a bit stuck, or feeling old ways of thinking, maybe old negative patterns of thinking kind of creep in. And so that's why it's really important, like I said before, to kind of touch base with your spiritual team and with your spiritual practices to sort of calm you down and to keep you in a positive mindset. And that is why you've got amplify your positive emotions, okay? Because it might be that there's a temptation to you to, even if you're getting all these wonderful things and having all these wonderful opportunities, to kind of slip back into limiting beliefs and sort of self-sabotage. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been a reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your pick a card reading. So this reading is your June 2023 predictions, and we're going to be looking at the sort of general energy of June for you, and also we're going to be looking at love and relationships, work, finance, career, that kind of thing. We're also going to be looking at what might be challenging you this month, and also what you might not see coming, or what you don't see coming this month. Now, you chose to come into the reading under the animal spirit or the spirit animal of the armadillo, and underneath it says set healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. Also with the red jasper. Now, interestingly, the red jasper is also sort of is there to alleviate chronic worry. It clears mental blockages. It makes space for more balanced emotions. So it goes well with the setting healthy boundaries. You've got higher ground. It's a beautiful rose. It says higher ground, card number 20. You've also got card number 30, which says judication. Judication. And you've also got, this actually relates to the judgment card. It's card number 20 again. So you've got 2 20s, haven't you? So 20 and 20. Okay, and that cancels down to 2. Okay, so this is judgment. So there might be for some of you, I mean, the armadillo spirit is, and the setting healthy boundaries. I feel like this month, you are standing up for yourself this month. You are basically getting rid of anything that hasn't been serving you. You're getting rid of anything that hasn't been allowing you to rise. So anything that might have been bringing you down, anything that might have been not treating you right, you're sort of saying no to that, because the armadillo has a very strong protective shell. It shields it from any predators and negative energy. So I feel like this month you're standing up for yourself, you're standing strong, you're saying no to anything that is not serving you, that you are not happy about. I mean, like I said, the red jasper is also about strength, stability, and interestingly about justice. And I feel like you've got this card here that says judication. I feel like maybe for some of you this month, you might be sorting out some issues that you might have been having with one other person. Maybe there are some legal issues that you are beginning to sort out, that are beginning to be clarified, where you can, like a proper space, a legal space where you can stand up and say your bit, say your, give your side of the story almost. There might be some, yes, I feel like there might be some of you that are going through some legal proceedings. Maybe around a relationship in some way, but you're being heard. I feel like you're being heard and you're making your case. That's kind of what I see. You're set, and it might be that that's necessary to set your boundaries, to redraw your boundaries, to make you feel, to make you feel safer. And I feel like from that you are rising up, because you've got the judgment card, and judgment is about rising up to something better. You're listening to I feel like you're listening to your inner voice, and you're saying, this is what's important for me, and I'm just going to go for that. I'm just going to go for what is right for me, and I'm going to stand up for myself. So maybe you haven't done that in the past, but this month you are definitely doing. And also, this is like a white rose, almost like a white rose with a kind of yellowish hue as well. And white roses are roses of hope. They are roses of purity, of I just feel like this month is the beginnings of a much more hopeful time in your life, because you are standing up for yourself, you're stepping into your own power, you are saying no, you're setting firmer boundaries, you are protecting yourself, you are showing strength and stability. And I feel like you're with this heart here, you're giving yourself self-love. I feel like this heart, it's a beautiful pink heart, it's about you giving yourself self-love this month. And it might mean that you have to stand up to certain people that have not treated you right. And it may mean that some of you are involved in some sort of legal proceedings, because we've got judgment, we've got adjudication. I just feel like there might be some legal proceedings for some of you that are beginning, that are starting, and that also give you a chance to say your bit. So let's see, first of all though as well, I just want to say thank you for subscribing and hitting the thumbs up and liking. Really appreciate that. Carry on doing it, it's great for the channel, and it just means that I feel motivated to do these kind of readings and I can upload more, particularly if you like them. So let's first of all start off with what is going on for you in terms of just relationships and love generally. So we're looking at both platonic and loving relationships, whatever comes up, romantic relationships. So what is going on for pile number 2 at the moment, or not at the moment, what is going on for them in June 2023 around love and relationships, please? What are June 2023 predictions? These two want to come out. 3 of Swords. There might be, particularly with this legal card, there might be a separation going on at the moment, or in June there might be a parting of the ways, and it might involve some legalities, like a divorce or a sort of an official separation for some of you. King of Cups. What is going on in love and relationships? Or a parting of the ways in something. There might be a parting of the ways in something here. And it might be very painful. There might be quite a lot of feelings of loss for you during this month. And if there is, I'll give you a little hug there, pile number 2, because I feel like it might have been a very difficult time for you in the past with this situation. So what is going on for pile number 2 in relationships generally, and also in romance? What's going on for pile number 2 in June 2023? Yeah, 5 of Wands, an overarching energy. 7 of Cups. So I feel like this, this month in terms of relationships, it could be quite a difficult time for you during the month of June. But I feel because you have the King of Cups central to it, it's sort of necessary so that you can get a more balanced energy. So I feel like there are certain things that you will go through in June. There might be certain battles, and that goes all this. There might be certain things where you have to stand up for yourself, where you have to fight, and you have to compete, and you have to stand your ground. That's the 5 of, there might be challenges where you have to stand your ground and, like I said, say your bit and stand up for yourself. Because it may be that, you're either going through some sort of separation or something is happening where there was some kind of separation or loss, and you need to kind of like, to kind of stand your ground. But I feel like you will do that, and it's going to lead to you being more balanced emotionally, because central to all of this is the King of Cups, which is a much more balanced, loving energy. For some of you, it might mean that you are meeting, if you're coming out of something, which I feel some of you are, if you're coming out of something romantically, I feel there is someone there for you who is there to offer you love and support and emotional happiness. So it could be that some of you are moving on from something else, letting something go to move on to something better. But it also could mean that you could be going through quite a difficult time relationships-wise this month, where there's a lot to sort out, where it involves you having to go through certain processes, say your bit, stand your ground. There might be this can often, the 5 of Wands can often be like a competition, but it's more like, I feel like it's more like a sort of a battle, and it goes with this card here, where there might be a bit of a things to where you're sort of both saying your bit, and it's kind of being decided really. So the competition is going on during this month, if you like. So that's a bit like what I was saying before, where the process is beginning, but you are beginning to stand up for yourself and say your bit. But it's going to lead to much more balanced energy for you. So during the month of June, I feel like this process is kind of occurring. I don't see like a sort of an outcome for it just yet. I feel like you're in that process, and that can make you feel emotionally maybe a little bit, there might be a few, it might be a little bit turbulent for you in terms of your emotional life or your relationships life. But but this is also a card of dreaming, and I feel like this means that once you get over this situation, the kind of sky's the limit really, because that's what this card is. There's potential, there's huge potential for you in terms of your emotional happiness. So I feel like there's just something in June which needs to be cleared out, which needs to be acknowledged and sort of worked on, and you need to say your bit and defend yourself. And it might be quite difficult, it might be quite painful. It will have its, you might have a few days where you're just feeling like it's, quite hard. It can, it might be quite tiring for you, but I feel like the end result, which I'm not actually seeing in June, I have to be fair, I feel like the process is happening, but it will lead to, I think, you feeling more emotionally balanced and like you've got a lot more choices in your life. So that is really what I'm seeing for you there. So let's see what else we've got in terms of relationships, that could be like a one-to-one relationship. Other relationships, again, I just feel it's about you. So maybe you're a sort of person who's just got a very kind heart, and you, because I feel like with the King of Cups, that is the energy of the King of Cups, where you're just very kind-hearted, very loving, very caring. But maybe sometimes people take advantage of that with you, and I feel like in this month you are sort of putting the stop on that and saying, actually, no, because I am important too, and I can't carry on giving and not getting a lot back. So I feel like this month is definitely you, pulling, like it says, it's healthy boundaries, setting those healthy boundaries where you're not being taken for maybe granted by certain people that don't, that are not maybe valuing you. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's going on for you in terms of work and career. So what is happening for pile number 2 in terms of work and career finance? What is going on for pile number 2 in June 2023 around work, career and finance? All the Lovers, so some sort of partnership maybe, or choices, maybe there are choices as well. 5 of Cups, and the Sun. Okay, so what have we got? 2 of Cups again. So I feel like in work and career and finance, you might be getting involved with something where it's, you're with somebody else, and it is, because you've got the 2 of Cups and you've got the Lovers, where it's like a partnership. So some of you might be getting involved in a partnership, or just generally in your working relationships, things are really good for you. But there might also be choices for you, a lot of choices for you, because the Lovers card can be choice. So there's choice around, maybe you're choosing between one job and another, or choosing to leave something behind and moving on to something else. Because that can be the Lovers card, because you've also got the 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups is this sense of lack. So I feel like you are leaving, in the world of work, you are leaving behind a sense of lack, a sense of not being happy, or a sense of dissatisfaction. So it may be that you're choosing to walk away from something in the working world that isn't giving you emotionally fulfilling, particularly for you, isn't sort of like something that's making you happy. So I feel like you're choosing with the Lovers card to do something in work and career which you will love. With the 2 of Cups, you're making a choice to do something that you're going to love, that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, that's going to make you feel really, really fulfilled. It's also, I think, going to improve your health. I think maybe you're involved in the health industry in some way, but I feel like this move that you're going to make, and I feel like you will make a move, you will make a choice this month around work that will lead you to be much happier. And it's about leaving behind, again, it's that sort of feeling of not being appreciated in the working world. And I think this month, both interestingly, in your relationships and in your work, you're just not having that. You're saying, I'm not going to be unrecognised in my work. I'm not going to be clinging on to things, you know, the cups that are spilling out. You know, I'm not going to be clinging on to things that I'm just not getting a lot out of anymore. I'm going to be moving in. I'm going to be choosing to move into the sun. I'm going to be choosing to move into opportunity. The sun is all about new opportunities. So it could be that you're going to leave a job, you're going to move into something, you're going to take a career move or a job move that is going to make you feel happier, that's going to make you feel more positive. That's going to give you, it's going to recognise you, it's going to make you feel, also with all this yellow, I feel like it's going to make you feel more empowered. I feel like this is a month definitely for you, pile number 2, in both what we've looked at the moment in terms of relationships and work and career, where you're really stepping into your power, you're feeling a lot more empowered. And it's because you are deciding to do that. It's because you are deciding to put a stop to anything that is not appreciating you or valuing you in all your working relationships, in all your personal relationships, and in your work, you know. And I think you're going to be going into something and doing something that you absolutely love here. You've got the 2 of Cups as the overarching energy, and it could be some kind of partnership for some of you, because we've got references to 2s here. It could be some kind of partnership. So maybe you're going into partnership with somebody. Maybe you're actually working with somebody that you're involved with, or that you're going to be in a romantic relationship with. Maybe it's this King of Cups figure. You know, you're going to be doing something that you love, and it's a combination for some of you of a romance and a working idea or a business idea or something where you really, or maybe you're in work, you're going to fall in love with somebody in work. That's the other way of reading this. You know, that work is going to be offering you, when you take this new opportunity, when you decide to move into something different that's going to value you, you're actually going to find love as well. So that is what I see in the working world for you. It's very, very positive. But it is. I think there's also a reference here with the 3 of Swords, with the 5 of Cups, and with the 5 of Wands, to let go and release anything that is causing you upset, heartache, unhappiness, disappointment, anything that's hard work. Release. It's a period of releasing, by setting boundaries and not accepting something that isn't right for you and that isn't serving you and that is, more importantly, isn't valuing you. So that is what I see for work and career. It's definitely about moving into something that's really, really good, that you're really going to love, that speaks to your heart, something that speaks to your heart. So let's see now what might be the challenges for you this month. What are the challenges for part number 2 in June 2023? What challenges might there be for part number 2 in June 2023? 6 of Pentacles. There might be an issue around some finances. What are the challenges? And the 7 of Wands. So there might be, with this thing that you're moving into that you love, there might be some challenges, or you might be thinking, is this going to give me what I need financially? So there might be some worries around finances for you this month. Am I going to get what I deserve? Is it going to be generous for me? Or there might be some issues around not getting, or being worried about not getting what you need, or something like that. Because this is normally a card of generosity, but it's becoming the place of challenges. So I'm feeling like you might be worried that you're not getting what you should be getting, or there might be some issues around finances, or something like that. But I feel like this card is also saying, don't worry about that it will be okay. So even if it presents itself as a challenge, it's going to be okay in terms of the finances. So the other card is the 7 of Wands. Well, that is a card of challenge. But once again, the 7 of Wands is there are challenges for you this month, but they're not challenges that you can't overcome. So I think even these cards in the challenge position tell me that there will be challenges for you this month, but this person is standing above those challenges. So I feel like these cards are so positive that they're saying, don't worry, that the challenges are there for you, but you can overcome them. You can overcome them. Something like that. So we've got the 6 and we've got 7. And you might be feeling that they're sort of coming one after the other, but you will be able to deal with them. You will be able to deal with them. They won't be as bad. They won't be as bad as you think they are. So your financials, if it's around finances, that won't be as bad as you think it. You think it will be. You know, you'll still get. You know, you will still be. You know, there will still be generosity for you. You'll still get something. And the Seven of Wands, you'll still have the upper hand. You'll be able to overcome those challenges. So let's see if we've got anything on what you don't see coming. Is there anything for Pearl number 2 in June 2023 that they don't see coming? What is there that we don't see coming for Pearl number 2 in June 2023? Oh gosh, that's too many. What don't they see coming? I feel like that one wants to come out, which is the Ten of Wands. What don't they see coming? The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so like I said before, the Ten of Wands is challenges, right? It's feeling very burdened and weighed down. And I think what you don't see coming is that actually, so it might feel like there's a lot of burdens and challenges in June, or it might feel like that now. But actually, and it might be around finances, you might be feeling very stressed around finances. You might be feeling incredibly tired at the moment and exhausted. But in actual fact, with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is a card, of comfortable, being very comfortable financially, but also being very, you know, it's the opposite of that. That's a card of stress, worry, anxiety, feeling burdened, feeling really worn out, feeling like you can't move forward. But this is a card, I mean, this woman is relaxing, this queen is relaxing, she's sitting on a chair, she's totally comfortable, she has everything she needs, she's got this big box of treasure by her side, she's very independent. The Queen of Pentacles is a very independent energy. So I feel like during the month of June, you might be feeling a bit challenged. You might feel like there's a lot of burns, you might be feeling a bit heavy, but in actual fact, what you don't see coming is that you're going to be comfortable, that things are going to work out for you, that you're going to be independent, that you're going to get what you want, you're going to receive what you want, and you're going to be comfortable. And you are going to be, completely, also just, I feel like you're really going to be glowing up as well in June. There's a glow up coming for you where you're really going to begin to take care of yourself. You're going to begin to look, I mean, I'm sure you look good and great anyway, pile number 2, but you're going to be putting a lot more attention into how you look, into your appearance, and really making the most of your physical attributes, shall we say. But also just feeling really, really comfortable. But it might not feel like that right now, but I see that that is what is coming for you for June. But anyway, part number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. And also hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But other than that, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your Pick a Card reading. So today's reading we are doing June 2023 predictions. And you chose to come in to the reading under the Grasshopper spirit here. With this little grasshopper with a crown on his head. Card number 13. It says, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Okay, and also this beautiful little yellow stone here. Okay, I'm going to put that there. So I've also got some oracle cards. So let's get a sort of general sense of the overall energy of the month. So you've got, the gift. The gift. Okay, and you've also got hope and happiness. This is looking lovely. Pile number 3, hope and happiness. And then this relates to the Queen of Pentacles. This is my Orosoma inspiration deck, the Queen of Pentacles. This is looking great, pile number 3. So I feel like this month is a really, really positive month for you. I feel like you're being recognised with this little grasshopper with a crown on his head. I feel like you're being, valued this month. You're feeling, you might also be feeling like royalty. You're feeling really great this month. Everything is going to, looks very positive for you. Grasshoppers as a spirit or animal or a spirit totem, are symbols of good luck and good fortune. So I feel like there's a lot of good luck coming in for you this month. And it goes with that crown, you know, maybe a lot of wealth or something like that, because grasshoppers are green. Green is about growth and abundance. But it's also, grasshoppers are about connecting in with your intuition, connecting in with your guidance. And that might be why it says take a leap of faith, because this month you might be going for it. This month you might be deciding to just make a move or do something which is going to recognize you, is going to value you, is going to bring you in a lot of prosperity, a lot of wealth, and a lot of just a lot of good luck. I mean, you've got the gift here. I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? The gift. I mean, that is about maybe somebody is giving you something. Somebody is actually gifting you. You're receiving a gift in some way. That's going to be really fantastic. It's going to make you feel very happy. I feel like emotionally there's a lot of hope and happiness for you in this month. I mean, this is card number 48. 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So, and again, so in a sense we've got 2 3s. I mean, 3s are all about creativity, joy, happiness. It can be about romance, fun, playful energy. So there's a lot of that going on. But you've got the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that is a very abundant energy. So I feel like financially it's really good for you this month. I feel like you're going to feel very settled and stable, because that is the Queen of Pentacles energy. She's also can be an independent energy, as well as also a great family person. So she can be both, really. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles has got it sussed in terms of work and family life and emotional happiness, but her feet firmly on the ground, and she really enjoys, or that energy really enjoys, the fruits of her labour. So I feel like this month you're really going to be enjoying the fruits of your labour. You're going to feel very settled and stable and comfortable. You might be receiving something. I feel like you're going to be receiving something, and it's going to recognise you. It's going to make you feel very happy. But anyway, let's see what we've got here in terms of, let's look at relationships. And if romance comes up in that, we'll look at that as well. But we're looking at relationships, romance, love, that kind of thing first of all. Just a big thank you if you have subscribed, if you've hit the thumbs up, if you have, commented. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for doing that. So if you feel like you want to do that after this reading, then please do. But let's see what's going on for pile number 3 in June 2023 around love, relationships. What's going on for them around love and relationships? Queen of Swords. Okay. What's going on for part number 3 around love and relationships? I feel like that one wants to go out. 5 of Pentacles. What is going on for them in terms of love and relationships? And Temperance. Right. And I feel like if you have felt not that great in relationships in the past, or if you felt like, before you've been out in the cold, you've been lonely, you've been unhappy, either on your own or in a relationship where you felt a sense of lack, where things, emotionally things have been harsh, it's been hard. The Queen of Swords is somebody who shields her heart, normally because she's been very hurt. This energy's been very hurt, so there's a strong protective barrier or a layer. I feel like that is lifting for you in June. So I feel like this energy is lifting. This is quite sort of heavy energy. It's cold energy. It's energy where where you've not been treated right in any area of your life, in relationships. It doesn't just have to be in romance relationships. It could be that you just didn't receive the right care, the right love, the right nurture. It made you feel very unhappy, very lonely, a sense of lack. I feel like with the gift card and with hope and happiness, things are taking a turn for the better. Your relationships are going to be feeling much more harmonious, much more balanced. And I feel it's because maybe you are just doing something different. I feel like you might be doing something different. So you might be releasing or shedding situations this month that are not serving you, that are not right for you, that are that have kept you stuck, that have kept you in the cold, that have made you have to close off your heart. Maybe there's something where you're finally releasing that, you're letting that energy go, if it's in the form of a relationship or relationships with other people, or where people, any toxic energy where people haven't treated you right, you're letting that go. And when you do that, it's going to be like a gift to you, because it's going to give you balance and harmony. It's going to make you feel, there's going to be healing involved in that kind of release, that letting go. But it might seem a bit risky with the take a leap of faith here and the grasshopper. But, you know, so it might be something, a pattern of relationships, or a pattern that you've had for a long time where you just haven't been valued. But finally you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to value myself this month, and it's going to feel great. And it might be a bit risky because you've held on to that pattern for so long, or that person, or that relationship, or that way of doing things for so long, but you're not going to do it anymore. And you're going to enter into being the Queen of Pentacles, which is somebody who so values herself, so loves herself, so gives her care and attention. I mean, she couldn't be more opposite to the Five of Pentacles. She is so abundant in her energy, and balanced in terms of being very good at managing herself in the 3D world, very good at finance, very good at business, very good in a job, but also a very loving heart, very nurturing, very caring. So I feel like there's something about just letting go of a situation that is not valuing you, that has made you feel cold, has cut off your heart, has closed your heart off, and that it's going to be like a gift for you, and it's going to lead you into happiness. And with the grasshopper spirit, and it might be something about you needing to listen to your intuition, you needing to be guided by what intuitively you know to be right. And it also might be, what I'm hearing is good sense, because the Queen of Swords is somebody who is an incredibly intellectual, very, very, very intelligent. There's something also about you listening to your intuition and your intelligence in this matter. There's something that's saying to you, look, you know, something needs to be cut out. Something needs to be cut out from your life so that you can be a lot more balanced, so that you can have a brand new, passionate, exciting beginning. And I think that's what's coming up for you in relationships. It's new opportunities. It's a new energy, really, a much more fun-loving, lighter, brighter energy for you. But it does involve you, what you might think initially as taking a little bit of a leap of faith, taking a risk, but it's a risk that is so worth it in terms of your sense of calm, your sense of balance, your sense of emotional happiness, where you will walk into now, once you've done that, walk into situations where there is give and take. This angel is putting the water, you know, transferring the water, isn't it? It's that process, that alchemical process of transferring the water from one cup to the other. It's that give and take, which I'm not sure you have had in previous relationships, or where maybe somebody's just taken, it's depleted you so much. But now it's a time to change all that. I feel like now this month is the time where you are going to release. And because of that, it's going to be like a gift for you. It's going to make you feel so much lighter. It's going to make you feel so much happier. You are going to step into feeling so much more appreciative of yourself. And others are going to just, there's going to be a change. I think there's going to be a change when you let go of that. There's going to be a change to how you look, because the Queen of Swords, because she is emotionally distant and detached, and had to close off her heart, she might have a very good reason for that, had to close off her heart, she's kind of like quite tight. And that, you know, when we feel like that emotionally, we can often show that through our body and through our, you know, our expressions, and through our lack of kind of fluidity and flexibility, really. But the Queen of Pentacles could not be more further from that. She is so beautiful, so nurturing, so relaxed, so comfortable in her own skin, and looks great. So I feel like this shedding, this getting rid of this energy which hasn't been right for you is just going to have a huge impact on the way you look, as well as just how you feel. So I feel in terms of relationships, it's about releasing anything that isn't right for you, that hasn't been treating you right, that hasn't been nurturing, caring, loving, accepting, that's made you feel less than. Nobody should be making you feel less than. And I think this month you are working that out in your relationships, in all relationships, and you are wanting greater harmony, greater balance, and you're going to be going for that with the Page of Wands here. You're going to be going for that. You're going to be working on that. You're going to begin, because Pages is a beginning energy, you're going to begin to get that light back in that area of your life, to begin to feel warmer, begin to feel happier, begin to feel more excited about life again, begin to go out and have fun, begin to connect in with others, because the Page of Wands is a fun energy. So I feel like this is what you're going to be doing in the month of June, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to bring you in a lot of good luck and good fortune in your relationships. Now, in terms of astrological signs, Five of Pentacles, that is Taurian energy. Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Temperance, Sagittarius, and Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, so from moving from those coldness to warmth, to happiness, to fun, to joy, to creativity. And that is, interestingly, what Threes is about. It's about all those sort of things, really. So let's see what we've got in terms of work and career. So it's looking good for you in terms of relationships. I feel like it's a fun month for you. It's going to move from a difficult time to a fun month for you in terms of meeting lots of people, going out, having a good time, valuing yourself. Yeah, just feeling happy, feeling much happier than you maybe do right now. What is going on for pile number? But it may mean letting go of something. Letting go, or it does mean letting go of something, I think. Letting go of a relationship, letting go of a connection, possibly. Letting go of how, or feelings of those connections and relationships have made you feel, which is not worthy of you, pile number 2, or pile number 3, I should say. But it might be a hint for you to listen to pile number 2 if you feel drawn to it. So what's going on for pile number 3 in terms of work and career in June 2023? What is going on for them? 8 of Swords. What's going on for them? 7 of Cups. What is going on for them in terms of work and career? The Magician, yeah. Okay. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles as the overarching energy. So I feel like, again, in your work and career, you might have felt stuck. So the situation that you're in right now, you might be feeling quite stuck, quite trapped, not really sure about what to do, because this witch has got a blindfold on. Yeah, so she is looking as though she doesn't really know what to do. But I feel like that's going to change again for you in June, because here we've got this witch who's got lots. I feel like you're going to realise that not only in your personal life, but in your working life, there's lots of choices for you. The Seven of Cups is choices, and it's about dreams. And I feel like in your career and work, I feel like you're on, what I feel you're on this month is a waking up process where it's going to be like a trigger effect. So when you change one thing about your relationships, which is that kind of releasing of, or waking up to your own value, it's going to trigger you into realising that in other areas of your life. And that's what's going on in your career. So you're getting rid of the stuck energy, the negative energy, the energy where you feel like you couldn't move, you didn't know what to do in terms of work and career. And suddenly you're going to be propelled into, actually, there are lots of choices for me. I've got lots of choices. I can dream big. This is a card of dreaming big. And I'm going to go, because this witch is clearly going for this heart here. I am going to take a risk, take a leap of faith in my work and career as well. And I'm going to go for something that I love. I'm going to choose something that I love. I've got all these, because she's got all these different choices, and she's clearly going for the one that has the heart in it. So I feel like in your career, you are waking up again to thinking, actually, not only am I going to love myself in relationships, not only am I going to think positively and have positive thoughts and hope and happiness around my relationships in all their forms, I'm also going to have that in my work. I'm going to go for it. I am going to, and luck is on your side. I feel like luck is on your side. I feel like you're going to be gifted in some way. Luck is on your side. And you are going to be going for something that you love, because you've got the Magician card, which is that you know, by the end of the month, you will know that you have all the resources, all the abilities, all the skills to create something. I feel like for some of you, you might be creating a new business or a new opportunity for yourself, where before you've maybe the situation you were in, there wasn't any opportunities or you couldn't see any opportunities. But now you're saying, no, I'm going to just take that leap of faith. I'm going to either work for myself, or I'm going to go for that job that I really love. I'm going to hit that company that I really love. And I am confident that I can create exactly the reality I want in my working world. But it just feels to me like for some of you, this might be a new business idea, or this might be a new journey in many ways that you're going on. Now, you might still wobble throughout the month with the Four of Pentacles here, where you go back and forwards between the status quo and the safety, thinking, oh, I've got to remain stuck. I've got to remain in that job, or I've got to remain in that situation. But I think you'll overcome that. I think you will overcome that. Or you might be thinking, oh, you know, how will I manage financially? But you will be able to manage financially because you will have enough. So even though you're going for something that might be a bit risky, might be a bit of a leap of faith, but maybe it's something that you love. Just say maybe it's something, I don't know, you want to set up a shop, or you want to write your book, or you want to start that sewing business that you always wanted. I feel like you're going to do it. You feel like you're going to realise that actually you're not stuck. You can do that, and that you will be okay. The Four of Pentacles is a holding on energy. Financially, it just means you're holding on. So maybe it's something around you having to just watch your finances a bit when you do this. Just be wary of finances a little bit, but you will have enough to get that started, to move into that situation, pile number 2, because luck is on your side. It's very much about just taking that risk, just doing it, just going for it. Okay, so in terms of astrological signs, 8 of Swords, we've got Gemini energy, 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy, 4 of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. So let's see now. What are the challenges that you might face this month? So what are the challenges for pile number 3 for June 2023? What might their challenges might there be for them that we don't already know about? Strength and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you might be having the challenges are for you to overcome those doubts and fears. Because the 5 of Swords is a card of sort of winners and losers. So you might be thinking, you might be going backwards and forwards and thinking, oh, you know, can I really do this? Or maybe there's something where there's a situation, because it goes with this, where you're sort of like have to leave something in order to gain something. And it might, you know, you might be worried about the collateral damage or the fallout from that. But you've got the strength. I think the strength card here is to show you that you have the strength. And maybe it's something that you're not used to. You're not used to standing up for yourself or to setting those boundaries. And that might be initially, might be a little bit of a challenge for you to be that assertive, to be that strong. But I feel like to take that leap of faith, to take a chance on yourself, you know, it might be a bit like, oh gosh, I'm not normally like that. I'm not normally that assertive. But I feel like you have got this strength and the ability to move and get yourself out of a situation in both relationships and work that is not satisfying you and equally not valuing you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. You might be worried about what other people might think, about leaving something behind. Even though it's not been that great for you, you're still worried about leaving it behind. What will you go on to? But you've got all these cards of really good fortune for you, of good luck, of good opportunities. So don't be held back maybe by what other people are doing or what other people are saying or what other people are thinking. It's you're the thing that's important, and you do have the strength. You do have the strength to move into this new phase of your life, both in relationships and work, where you can create your reality. You can create a much better reality for yourself. So that is what I see in terms of challenges. Let's see what we've got in terms of what you don't see coming. So what doesn't pile number 3 see coming in June 2023? What don't they see coming? 6 of Cups. Oh, lovely. What don't they see coming? So there's a lot of love for you in June. and the Nine of Pentacles. Right, okay, so what you don't see coming, pile number 3, is the Six of Cups. It's this lovely, loving, nurturing energy. It may be that other people that you've lost touch with, really, really loving connections that you felt a strong bond with, are coming back in to give you support, particularly if you're going through, you know, initially at the beginning of the month, maybe a little bit of a difficult time. I feel like that is there for you. Maybe you've got a family and, you know, they're just giving you lots of more additional love and support for you. Loyalty. So what you don't see is that there's loyalty around you, that there's love around you, that there's maybe somebody coming back in from the past that's going to give you support and care and attention. So maybe there's something coming in from the past, someone coming in from the past that's a very loving energy. The Six of Cups can sometimes mean like a bit of a soulmate energy. So, and soulmates don't have to be romantic, but I feel like there's a strong, you know, some energy around you that maybe you're not feeling right now that is very loving and nurturing and caring, and it could be somebody from the past that's re-entering your life in some way. Now, also the Nine of Pentacles, when I mean the Nine of Pentacles, is financial independence. So I feel like you are going to get there financially. So at the beginning of the month, you might feel like, oh gosh, you know, worried about your finances, about whether you can, you know, move into this new thing that you love, but it will be there for you. There is finances there for you. The Nine of Pentacles is very much like the Queen of Pentacles, somebody who, and we had that right at the beginning, that financially it will be okay, it will be stable, it will be settled. You will begin, I feel like there's something like you might be getting some gift of money as well that you don't see coming. Maybe there is a gift in some way coming to you in terms of finances, pile number 3. Somebody almost giving you, or somebody giving you something, because I feel like this owl is coming in and giving this woman that pentacle there, and also you have the gift. So I feel like there's something that you might, where you're not seeing, you don't see it coming, there's some kind of financial gain or gift, something for you in the month of June. But pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button, a thumbs up, and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. But otherwise, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.